Hello, everyone. It's your boy with his trading recap, and oh boy, let's see. I don't know what it is. I do know what it is, but man, have I found myself in a bit of a rut lately. Let me close my window here. It's heating up out there. Not heating up in here. Man, I've just been in a training rut, and I don't know. I broke my rules from 2 days ago. I told myself, I says to myself, I'm like, you should not even try to trade through this chop unless it is like an absolute beauty of a setup. I'll zoom out and show you guys what I'm talking about. But, I mean, this is what SPX has done ever since basically the beginning of the month, or about the 29th on July. We entered this zone at about 4,100 on SPX. We've gone up to 4,180, and in between now and then, we've had about, just like the last CPI, or two CPIs ago, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trading days in this range with just complete dogshit price action that I have been trying to trade for whatever goddamn reason, and yeah, I've just been getting smoked, and I don't know. I'm just in a horrendous, terrible rut right now. It's been brutal, and today was just like. Like I was freaking out. I was just like I mean I know every trader has these stretches where they like feel like what the hell is going on? Every trade is flipping against me, and that's what happened. This was the peak of that for me today, and I think it only gets better from here. Because I am hitting rock bottom. Like, holy shit, these trades I'm taking are just like flipping on me immediately every single time. So first thing I did today, I closed my Mara put that I hedged myself with last night. I took $14 profit on that. So we can start at $14 positive, and I think that was the only green trade, the only trade that I closed in the green today out of all these other trades I took. It was just, oh my god, such a shit show. Um, so next up, SPY. I opened a SPY put this morning. I mean, we have a sell signal on the system. We're below the 50 simple moving average. We're below or the 10 simple moving average cost below the 50 on the 30-minute chart. I grab a SPY put right over here at 654, and I mean, I had chances to take it green, but I just didn't take it. I was hoping for more blood today. I don't know why I was hoping for that. I told myself, I was like, CPI data is coming out this week. The market's just going to be shit until then. And it absolutely was, because just look at this. Look at the volume. Wait, what happened to my volume indicator? What the fuck? Oh, this is SPX, that's why. Doi. Look at this volume on SPY. Just nothing. Such a low volume day. Just terrible. With a high of day at 412 and low of day at 410.22. That means it's been a $2.50 range on SPY today, and that is, if that is as untradeable as it gets. I mean, with no volume anywhere either, it was just a shit show. And look at this. I mean, just look at this price action. We open, come down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and down a little bit more. Just untouchable, literally untradeable. I should have taken no part in it. I should have learned my lesson from last pre-CPI. I did the same thing. I tried to trade through this shit. And the shitty part is that about a week ago, I told myself, I'm like, I'm going to just try to focus on SPY. And ever since then, SPY has just basically gone sideways within an $8 range. And of course, I've been getting shellacked, and that's just my own fault. So, yeah, we entered a SPY put. I just sold it. I held it like all day. At one point, it was up like 15 bucks. Like, that was the greenest it got. I sold that just now for a $28 loss. So we'll take minus 28 on that. Now we're at negative 14. Yeah. So next trade, Amazon put. Amazon, this was like a pretty decent setup, but it just, oh my god, look what Amazon has done since then. Look at this. What the fuck is that? Look at that. That is the choppiest price action I've ever seen on a mega cap. Oh my gosh. Literally sideways. From 137.20 to 138. Just an 80-cent chop range. Untradeable. This is literally untradeable. I don't know how you make money on that. If someone could tell me, I'm taking suggestions. Leave a comment. But anyways, you just don't trade that. You just turn your computer off. And I turned my computer off at like 11:30 today, but too much damage was done by then. So, anyways, open this Amazon put at 7:02. And Amazon is just dumping. Of course, I literally grab it at the bottom like I tend to. And that's another thing about the rage I've been having is I'm just like timing the bottoms on these fucking stocks like crazy. Like, how am I doing this? I mean, it wasn't even like a good opportunity to buy a call. Like, it bounced a little bit, but hardly anything. Like, it bounced like $1. So it was just, there was no trade there. Just zero trade. My conviction for it was that, hey, we have a gap to fill below it. And we just bounced off the gap. And I said that when I got the trade. I was like, we could bounce off this gap. Of course we did. Of course I should have told myself this CPI, nothing's going to make any meaningful move because we're waiting on super duper crucial data tomorrow. So we ended up losing $48 on that. It just comes up here. It chops around. I take a $48 loss. I want to blow my brains out. We're at minus 48 on that. So we're down to negative $62 on the day. Next up, Neo. I closed my Neo call. Took a $100 loss on that. I'm not going to include that in the grand total. But, dude, I'm just like, I'm striking out at every fucking turn. It's so crazy. So the conviction for the Neo call was a nice little breakout of this bull flag, and I'll show you why it didn't work, because of course we just have this nice bull flag. We're in this bull flag. I grab a call right here. We break out, meaningful breakout, trickle down, we gap below, dump and dump and dump, and it just complete fake out. I got completely faked out. That sucks. It was looking like a good setup. Neo is in a solid uptrend. We're getting higher highs and higher lows. I thought bullish flag, we break out, we should see a higher high, and we don't. It just completely rejects and dumps, and I take a $100 loss because I suck. So next trade. Oh, actually no. So I grabbed 2 Amazon puts. I ended up legging in a little bit, and this was another trade where it was up at one point like $15. I could have taken like a $15 gain, big whoop. But I did average in when we broke out of this. I averaged in a little bit, but then it just chopped myself out. So that was how that Amazon trade went. But yeah, just terrible. So this one, APDN. So I was so upset about these large caps that we had a nice little halt on this stock here today, APDN, which I ended up getting in at a nice price. I bought right here. You know, we're above VWAP, and it spikes up hard up here. And I had a chance to sell. I had a good chance to sell. I could have taken a $20 profit. I didn't. I got greedy, and then just commenced dumpage. Just completely dumps down. It did end up coming back up. If I'd held, it could have made something. But yeah, it just completely dumped, and I took a $17 loss on that. So my 17. Next up, what do we do? Okay, so NASDAQ put. I take a $2 loss on this one. And this was just exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, there was just nothing today. I grab a NASDAQ put at 9:18. I sell it at 10 o'clock on the dot. So where do I grab this? Here we go, 9:18. So I grab it right here. We get a nice little move down. It goes down like $2. Or the put goes up like $10. Like, it was like a 10% gain. I could have taken it. Of course, we bounce on this level. Bounce, bounce, bounce. I just sell it for a $2 loss at that point. I'm like, okay, F this. I'm out. And then at this point, I'm really getting pissed off. I'm looking for a win at any cost. I'm doing the classic, what every trader does at some point when they get very upset and they're trying to force a win because they just need a win so they can sleep at night tonight. Here's Apple. And so just looking at this, you can see this nice little handy-dandy bear flag that we have right here. I can actually make these a color you can actually see. Sorta, maybe. I don't know if that helped at all, but we have like a bear flag. I mean, we dumped. It wasn't really a bear flag. I don't know. It was just a nice rising channel, and it just comes straight up. We get a hard break off or break out of it to the downside with some nice volume, decent volume. I grab a put. Straight back up, just zoop, straight back up. It just, I'm like, how, like how, how is this happening to me? And I mean, Apple went sideways today, so that was ultimately the answer. It doesn't matter what breakout, what kind of setup I had. I could have drawn a line everywhere, could have seen 20 breakouts on Apple. Just didn't matter because today no stock was going to make a meaningful move. And I just, like, I don't know why I refuse to realize that. It's an ego thing. I have an ego now where I'm like, I'm a good trader. I can make these fucking things happen. I see these people on Google or on Twitter doing it. I can do it myself. And it isn't happening. It's not going to happen on a day like today. Like, there are days where, yeah, that mindset works, just not today because there's no movement. So it's like, what am I doing? So that's the theme of the day. And then that was just like, I mean, at that point, I'm like, I'm gonna blow my brains out. And then, so we take a $35 loss on that. We're at minus 116 on the day. And then, of course, I'm so frustrated. I've been mainly trying to play puts for the most part. So I'm like, all right, it wins. The market wins. If it's gonna go up, I'm gonna buy a call. What do? I buy a call. We grab a call on the Nasdaq right here, right fucking there. I timed the top again. I did it again. I grab a call for $1.68, and then it just I literally I bought it at the top, and I'm at this point I'm just like, this can't be possible. Like, how is this possible? Like, what? How is this possible? How have I done this like 8 times today? And then it just dumps. I take an $18 loss. I'm glad I did. It would have been like a $40 loss if I waited. But then of course it ended up going profitable because I'm just an idiot. And at that point I was just like so mad. I literally could not make sense of anything. And finally after that, that was my last straw. So minus 18 for a grand total of minus 134 on the day. Not the worst fucking day ever, but I was just the worst day ever in the sense that I don't really look at like how bad a day is just about how much money I lost. There could be a day where I made 20 bucks, but it could have been the worst fucking day ever because it should have been like a $500 day. And then there's days where I lost like $300, but the setup was great and I just like I believed in it. It looked good and it just didn't work out. I didn't set a stop loss enough. But a day like today was just I need to have like a complete ego death. I still have that part inside of me that hasn't died yet. That's every trader. They have a fucking something inside of them that literally dies, and then they are unlocked and they can trade. Like I just have the ego is still alive inside of me. Like I just like care too much. I take it too personally, and it's all psychological, and that's how you get clapped, because that's why they have computers do this shit, because us stupid humans can't handle the concept of infinity. And that's what I do. I sit here and I'm like, there's money to be made everywhere. I just need to find it. But then that sounds great, but then in practice you go to try to find it and you tell yourself in your mind, oh, this is a good setup. I look at Apple and now I zoom out on Apple, and I should have just like been like, well, of course it's not going to make a meaningful move to the downside. It's tried to once, twice, thrice, and it's failed to. Why would it appear? I just like couldn't even make that concept in my mind. I just drew 2 lines. I'm like, here, there's a channel. If it breaks out, it should go down. I didn't assess the entire picture, and I got absolutely murked on that. Amazon, same thing. I just like just grabbed the bottom. I mean, it looked like a decent play. I should have just respected a stop loss. Just I have so many lessons to learn from today, and then all I have to do is zoom out and look at the volume on Amazon. The lowest volume on Amazon all fucking year. The lowest volume on just about everything all year. Like, just no volume whatsoever. None. The volume has just gone. It's the lowest volume on Amazon we've had all year. Probably the lowest volume on Apple that we've had. No, Apple actually had really good volume today. I should look at SPY. SPY definitely has to be the lowest volume all year. By a mile. Oh yeah, 42 million shares. Yep, that's easily the lowest. Oh yeah, by about 10 million. Yeah, just so sad. Just such embarrassing stupidity. Yeah, this is like Christmas Eve volume that we had today. Like, this is crazy. The volume on SPY is just gone. I'm actually gonna grab a SPY call overnight and YOLO that because I'm retarded. All right. I think CPI is gonna be super bullish tomorrow. That's just my personal opinion. I think we're going to see a nice bounce. I think it's going to be lower. I think we're going to be saying, hey, inflation's peaked, all is well, and that's just my thoughts on that. Anyways, yeah, just a terrible day. I mean, this has got to be the worst day of trading, maybe all year that I've had. Like, I've lost way more, but just in general, that this day should it should have never happened. And I told myself this. I mean, look at these 4 days of volume. I've been having just a terrible, miserable stretch, and it's so obvious why. Like, look at these days of trading. I mean, there's been movement, there have been plays, but it's just not been a lot. It's like you have to be perfect. You have to be absolutely perfect. I'm far, far, far from perfect to make money on days like today. So, that's my lesson for the day, and I'm gonna hold that near and dear. I'm never gonna forget today. I'm gonna write this on a sticky note. Never forget what happened today, because this was an embarrassing performance by me, and I hang my head in shame. I almost just didn't even want to record a recap, but I was like, nah, I gotta feel this. This needs to be felt. This is like the dumbest shit I've done all day. I literally had no wins on just day trades today. Every single trade I took was a loss. I went like 0 and 5, like it just terrible. That's inexcusable. I don't even care if I only lost like 130 bucks. That's still a lot of money, and I should hang my head in shame, and I should put a skirt on because I'm pathetic. Anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna swing a call. I was gonna hold that put overnight, but I'm inversing myself. I think the market's gonna go down. I think we just broke out of a rising wedge today, but it doesn't matter. The setup doesn't matter. When there's no volume today, it could take it could take so little volume to move the market up now that we've had just these tiny little volume days, and I think we're just gonna bounce. I think the bull market's beginning again. We're going back to it. I think inflation is dead, at least for the time being. Who knows? But yeah, I think tomorrow's going to be really bullish. I think just we're going to see the peak CPI. We're going to probably see month over month inflation of like half a point, which is half of what we got last month with gas prices going down. And I believe that it'll be enough to break SPY out of this range it's been in. But I'm just really worried because this is exactly, I know I've said this many times before. I call back to March all the time. But this is exactly what SPY did in March. We had this shit where we broke out of this range, where we broke this double top over here, and that got so many people bullish. And it's like, holy shit, we broke out of that range at 45.80, and now we're up here at 46.40. And that was enough to be like, we got a higher high, and we just did the same thing over here. We broke out of that high, but I'm not sure, man. I just don't know. Just don't know, man. Who knows? You know? I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna hit the graphs. I'm gonna hit the graphs, the charts. All in all, Mara had a solid day. Mara was up pretty good. I could have taken some profit on Mara. I'm holding Mara. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. Cloudflare dropped. SoFi took a hit. Square took a hit. All these fintech companies that were ripping so hard took a hit. Upstart, terrible earnings. Affirm took a hit off that. The meme stocks were down pretty bad today. Actually, Bed Bath & Beyond made a nice recovery. But yeah, you know what it'd be. I'll make another video talking about more stocks today. But as for now, I gotta take a break for the sake of my well-being. Holy shit, what a disaster today was. Anyways, guys, this is the journey. This is it. I know a day like today would be enough to make somebody be like, I'm never trading stocks again. Like the way I was just like getting everything Uno reversed in my face. Like I literally grabbed the top of NASDAQ at that point with a call. It dumped. I grabbed the bottom of Amazon on the day on a put. It goes straight up. It's just like you want to say that stock trading isn't about luck, but then there's some times where it's just like, really, I can't just get one of these to go my way, not even just one. Like it was just too much to fathom. So anyways, that's enough for that. I'll see you guys later. Better days tomorrow. I'm not forgetting today. I'm just gonna put a little nice a nice little bow on top of the box, and stuff that memory in the box. Put the bow on top, tape the thing, double, triple duct tape it, and throw it in the fucking trash, and it's gone. And I don't need to be thinking about tomorrow. Tomorrow's a new day. We're gonna do great. We'll have some movement. We'll have some volume. There's money to be made tomorrow. I know it, and there will be. So good luck.